Have you ever sat down to enjoy a nice breakfast, maybe a slice of toast with your favorite spread, a glass of juice, a little something salty on the side, only to feel your heart pounding a bit harder an hour later? You chalk it up to stress or age, or maybe not enough sleep. But here's the thing, what's on your plate might be the quiet trigger. Because after 60, the foods we once enjoyed without thinking can begin to affect us very differently, and high blood pressure often sneaks in through the kitchen door. Most people think they'll feel it when their blood pressure goes up, maybe a headache or a flush in the face. But truthfully, most of the time, you feel nothing. That's why doctors call it the silent killer. And unfortunately, some of the most common foods we've been told are healthy or at least harmless are actually nudging our numbers higher every day, especially after 60, when our blood vessels naturally stiffen and our kidneys don't regulate salt as efficiently. That makes us more sensitive to what we eat, even if we've never had high blood pressure before. In this video, we're talking about 5 foods that sneakily raise blood pressure in older adults, even ones you'd never guess. And we'll look at how to spot them, swap them, and build meals that protect your heart rather than stress it. Because nobody wants their golden years interrupted by medication side effects, dizzy spells, or a surprise hospital visit. If that sounds helpful, hit subscribe and tap the bell, so you never miss a moment of the practical, life-changing health advice we create just for you. Thank you for being here. It means the world to me, and to this whole community of people who want to live long, active, joyful lives. If you enjoy what you hear today, go ahead and like the video, share it with a friend who might need a little nudge toward healthier habits, and leave a comment below. What food do you suspect might be affecting your blood pressure? Now let's get into it. First up is a food we often reach for when we're trying to be good. It's right there on nearly every health food shelf. The kind of thing you grab between errands or keep in your bag for a snack: granola bars. Now, not all granola bars are bad, of course, but most of the popular ones are packed with sodium. It's hidden under names like baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, or even natural flavors. And that's not counting the sugary coating or yogurt drizzle that comes along for the ride. That combo, high sodium and added sugars, can push blood pressure up subtly, especially when eaten regularly. The second surprising culprit: deli meats, even the ones labeled as lean or natural. Just a few slices of turkey or ham can deliver half or more of your daily recommended sodium, thanks to the curing and preservation process. If you're someone who loves a sandwich for lunch, this adds up fast, especially when paired with condiments or salty cheese. You may not taste it as overly salty, but your blood vessels will definitely notice. Over time, that daily hit of sodium causes your blood volume to expand, increasing pressure against artery walls. That's when damage quietly starts. Let's pause here for a second. These aren't foods that are evil or that you have to ban forever. The key is to spot the quiet patterns and shift them toward better ones. Your body is still capable of responding and healing even at 60, 70, or 80. All it takes is a little awareness and a few smart swaps. Let that sink in for a moment. Just one less granola bar a week or switching your lunch meat once or twice can have a real impact over time. Because once you start spotting the patterns, you can't unsee them, and that's a good thing. Awareness is power, especially when it comes to the little decisions that quietly shape our health. So let us keep that momentum going and look at the next food that often sneaks under the radar: canned soups. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Soups are warm, comforting, easy to digest, and perfect for chilly evenings. And yes, they're convenient. But many canned soups, even those marketed as heart healthy or low-fat, are loaded with sodium. Some have over 800 to 1,000 milligrams in a single serving. And the kicker is, most cans actually contain 2 servings. So if you finish the whole thing, you're getting well over half your recommended sodium limit for the day in one sitting. Why does this matter so much after 60? Because as we age, our arteries naturally become a bit less elastic. They don't expand as easily as they used to. So when we take in too much salt, our body retains more water to balance it, which increases blood volume and puts extra strain on those stiffening arteries. That's what quietly raises our blood pressure, even if we don't feel a thing in the moment. Now, this doesn't mean you need to give up soup altogether. You can make small tweaks, like choosing truly low-sodium varieties, rinsing canned beans before using them, or even better, making your own soup in batches and freezing it in individual containers. That way, you control the salt and still get that comfort food without the cardiovascular consequences. Let's move on to something you might have on your plate right now, or at least at every neighborhood barbecue: pickles. Whether it's a crunchy dill spear or a sweet bread and butter slice tucked into a sandwich, pickles are a salt bomb in disguise. One medium-sized dill pickle can have over 700 milligrams of sodium. That one little pickle might be doing more to raise your blood pressure than your main course. Pickled and brine foods in general, think olives, sauerkraut, or even some store-bought salad dressings often carry this same problem. The preservation process depends on heavy salt content, and unfortunately, our taste buds become desensitized to salt as we age, which means you might not even notice how salty something is until your blood pressure tells you otherwise. But again, you don't have to swear off all your favorite foods. A few simple swaps make a huge difference. Try fresh herbs like dill, rosemary, or lemon juice to add temps and flavor without the sodium overload. And if you love the crunch of pickles, try quick pickling your own veggies with a vinegar-based brine and far less salt. It satisfies the craving, and your arteries stay happier for it. What's most important here isn't fear, it's confidence. The more you know about how these foods work in your body, the more control you have. And that control adds up. Less swelling in the feet, fewer dizzy spells when you stand up too fast, more energy during your walk or your garden time. These aren't just numbers on a chart, they're the difference between getting through the day and truly enjoying it. So take a moment now to look at your routine. What's one food that shows up regularly that might be sneaking in extra sodium? Awareness is the first win. And we're not done yet. There's one more silent blood pressure riser you need to know about. Let's keep going. And this last one might surprise you the most, not because it sounds unhealthy, but because we've been told it's a smart choice for years. I'm talking about store-bought whole wheat or multigrain breads. Now, before you toss your morning toast out the window, hear me out. It's not the grains that are the issue, it's everything else that gets baked in alongside them. Many commercially packaged breads, even the ones that look brown and healthy, are loaded with sodium. A single slice can carry 150 to 200 milligrams, and most of us use 2 slices without thinking. Add a little spread, maybe some deli meat or cheese, and suddenly breakfast or lunch has become a hidden salt bomb. And just like the canned soups or deli meats, this kind of sodium doesn't come with a salty taste warning. It's quiet, but it's constant. And what makes this more important after 60 is that your kidneys simply don't filter sodium as efficiently anymore. Even if you've never had blood pressure issues before, this slow, steady accumulation can push your numbers higher year by year. That's how so many older adults suddenly find themselves on blood pressure medication, even though they swear they don't eat that much salt. Now here's the good news: you don't need to give up bread, but you do need to become laborious. Look for bread brands with less than 140 milligrams of sodium per slice. They do exist, but they don't always shout from the packaging. Also, consider rotating in other options now and then, like a slice of Ezekiel-style sprouted bread, or even a half avocado with lemon on a rice cake. These swaps not only lower sodium, but also support better blood sugar and digestion, both of which play a role in long-term heart health. Let's take a step back for a moment. We've talked about foods that seem innocent: granola bars, deli meat, canned soup, pickles, bread, all so common, all so easy to overlook. But now you know how each of them might be quietly nudging your blood pressure up day by day, meal by meal. And even more importantly, you now know what to do about it, because small changes made consistently are what protect your independence, your energy, and your confidence. Remember, this isn't about being perfect, it's about being aware. Maybe it starts with swapping one high-sodium food a week, or checking labels before you toss something in the cart. Maybe it means making your own soup on Sundays, or calling your doctor to ask about your most recent blood pressure numbers. Whatever step feels doable for you right now, that's the right step. If today's video helped you spot something new in your routine, let us know in the comments. Which food are you going to watch more closely? Your experience could inspire someone else to make a life-saving change. And if this video gave you that light bulb moment, go ahead and click like, share it with someone you care about, and be sure to subscribe. When you tap the bell, you'll always be the first to hear the latest tips that help you stay strong, smart, and steady through every season of life. Here's to your heart, to your health, and to every delicious informed bite ahead.